He buried kill kits across America. These weren't just stashes of weapons, they were meticulously prepared packages of violence, sealed in 5-gallon buckets and hidden in plain sight. Then he waited, sometimes for years, letting the earth settle over his secrets, patiently anticipating the day he'd return to use them. His name was Israel Keyes, and he was a new kind of predator. He wasn't a spree killer, lashing out in a frenzy. He wasn't impulsive, driven by sudden rage. He planned everything with the precision of a military operation. His entire methodology was built on one core principle: absolute randomness. He chose victims at random to leave no pattern, no motive, and no connection for investigators to follow. He was a ghost. Here's how he operated. He'd fly to one city, like Chicago, rent a car, then drive hundreds, sometimes over 1,000 miles, to an entirely different state, like Vermont or Washington. He operated completely off the grid. Cash only. His phone was left at home, often turned off with the battery removed, creating a digital alibi. Across at least 11 states, he buried these supply buckets. He chose remote locations he could easily find again, near boat launches, cemeteries, and state parks. Inside each kit, guns, ammo, zip ties, and shovels. Everything he needed to commit a crime and dispose of the evidence. On any given morning, he could pick a town, dig up a kit, and vanish by nightfall, leaving a trail of broken leads and confusion. He had a strict rule: never hunt near home. But in Anchorage, Alaska, he broke it. By day, he ran a successful construction business. He seemed like a quiet, hard-working neighbor, a devoted dad who showed up for school events. Meanwhile, he was secretly studying locks, alarm systems, and the layout of back roads with chilling intensity. Investigators say his rule for selecting a target was simple: no connection to the victim, no connection to the scene. He chose homes with no dog, few neighbors, and an attached garage which offered darkness and concealment. So how did someone this careful, this disciplined, finally slip up? Money. In February 2012, after kidnapping a young woman from a coffee stand in Anchorage, he demanded a ransom. He then used the victim's debit card at ATMs in several states. Security cameras caught his rental car, his distinct walk, and his face, partially obscured by a mask. On March 13th, Texas state troopers spotted the vehicle. Inside, a coffee cup sat in the console, a bundle of dye-stained ransom bills, and a gun. The loose thread that unraveled his entire secret life had finally been pulled. In interviews, he played a game with investigators. He spoke in riddles, admitting to other murders, but offering only vague clues, hinting at graves near rivers, remote parks, and old farms. He claimed he started young and eventually stopped counting his victims. But he offered almost nothing that led to names, faces, or closure for the families of the missing. He held all the cards, and he knew it. Then, in a jail cell in December 2012, he ended his own life. He left behind a note covered in drawings, 13 skulls. 13 what? Confessions? Victims? Or was it just a final, cruel taunt? He took his answers with him. Here's what keeps investigators up at night. They found several of his kill kits, some of which had sat buried for years, just waiting. How many more are still out there, hidden beneath the soil? If you travel, hike, or camp, this is a reminder to always trust your instincts. Watch for the small details. The patch of ground that looks recently disturbed, the trail that suddenly feels wrong. Be aware of your surroundings, especially in remote areas. Notice the car that's been idling too long, or the vacant house with a light flicking on at 3 a.m. Let someone know your itinerary. Evil doesn't always look wild and chaotic. Sometimes It looks organized, patient, and it hides in plain sight. Stay alert. Get home safe.